Welcome everyone to my review of Astro Bears, a Switch-exclusive eShop game originally released in 2017 with new updated versions released since then. I mentioned this game in my review of Paco Caravan, and it has become somewhat of a cult meme game of sorts among the Switch audience, but for good reason, so let's take a look. The premise of Astro Bears takes the concept of Snake, throws in some intergalactic bears, and adds multiplayer. The ever-rotating planet pits up to 4 bears against each other as you jump, dash, and fly to avoid the ribbons of the other players. There are a few basic modifiers to the concept of the game, but that is all you really need to know to jump in for your first time. There are a total of 3 modes in Astro Bears that encompass the entire game. First up is Party Mode for 2 to 4 players, where you will probably be spending most of your time. Remember, this is a party game first and foremost and should be treated as such. You will set a few different rules, select your bears, and compete to win as many rounds as possible. The gameplay is addictive, chaotic, and combined with short rounds typically leads to a pretty fun gaming session with friends. There are also no real technical hiccups or issues anywhere that get in the way of the enjoyment of the game. The second mode, which is probably my favorite, is a competitive mode that is essentially a more structured version of Party Mode. Each player selects up to 3 bears of their choice and in knockout fashion competes to be the last team standing. We honestly had a blast playing, works great with 2 players, and was a great way to spend an evening stuck inside with a friend. Let me be clear in saying there are no AI-controlled bears anywhere to be found, so purchasing this game to play on your own is not recommended. The third mode, called Jetfish Hunting, does support 1 to 2 players and is a nice distraction, but it won't hold your attention for too long. It takes the same concept as the basic game, but requires up to 2 players to collect flying fish without getting hit by their own ribbon. Each level adds some speed and difficulty or more fish to collect before advancing. There is also a leaderboard included, which is important for a mode like this to give some incentive to return every now and then. Taking everything into context, most importantly that this game should only be purchased for some very casual party gaming with friends, and the fact that it's frequently on sale for $2 or less on the eShop, I can't deny how much fun Astro Bears can be in the right environment. The relatively shallow experience is completely offset by the wacky premise, admittingly charming bears, and most importantly the local mayhem it can bring. It scores a 74%. And holds the title for me of the best party game on the Switch that costs less than a bottle of water.